Fredericksburg is expanding nicely, but as any town grows, there's bound to be some people up to no good. So today we're going to be building a jail. I based this mock on the historical Gillespie County Jail in Fredericksburg, Texas. It was built in 1885 for $10,000 and served as the county jail for 54 years. Let's start with the standard modular sidewalk, and then add a few plates for the front. These angled jumper plates fit pretty tight, but they'll be important later on. These two tiles make a little stone bridge between the street and the jail. For the walls, I'll be using a lot of tan masonry bricks, along with dark green window frames. If you're wondering why the windows don't have bars, that's because the first floor contains the jailer's living quarters and the lobby. The holding cells will be upstairs. The jailer's quarters get some wood flooring, a simple bed that doesn't look too comfortable, and a nightstand. The other side has a little table, a small stove, and a chair. It's simple, but definitely better than the accommodations upstairs. And then a dark tan door out to the lobby. Next, let's work on a small bathroom. There's a toilet, a small sink, and I attached the faucet under this brick protruding from the wall. For the stairs, I'll be using the spiral technique that was in the bookshop modular building, except I'll be rotating them 180 degrees. Some tall bricks to fill in the gap, and the start of the next wall. The entrance to the stairs gets a barred door with a lock on it to keep the upstairs secure. I chose a simple dark tan pattern for the lobby floor, but included a few pearl gold steps by the front door. We can add a little table on the side, and finish off that wall. Those clips on the wall can hold a couple of handcuffs at the ready. The curved plate on this section closes in the gap between the stairs and the bathroom. It's all about minimizing those security vulnerabilities. Here's a dying plant to spruce up the stairway. And the lobby is finished with this bench in the corner. The sheriff from Series 13 will make an excellent jailer. And this beat-up painter is waiting to be processed. It looks like he got into a brawl with his coworkers down at the beer garden. And this sketchy-looking dude is, I guess, coming to try to bail him out? I don't know, I just thought he'd look good in a jail setting. I'll add a few bricks in front, and then attach the last sidewall. There's actually a clip on this wall to hold the sheriff's revolver. For the front, I'm using those bricks with the rounded profile, and I'm alternating the direction for added texture. The actual jail uses large stone blocks, and I thought this would be something different from all the masonry bricks I'm using on the sides. The stairs continue straight a little after the spiral, and this section can be removed for better interior access. Here's some more rounded profile bricks for texture, and I used normal bricks for the lintels above the windows. Each corner gets a brick-built column. The real jail has them at 45-degree angles to the building, which is why those jumper plates earlier were so important. I also had to use 2 rows of jumper plates on top of the front and side walls to secure the columns to the building. The grooves on the jumpers added some nice texture as well. And then these create the protruding columns on the front of the jail. Around back, the corner columns are simpler, with just some tiles, mainly to account for that last jumper plate sticking out a bit. For the second floor, we can start with a plate sandwich with an opening for the stairs. More masonry bricks up here, and these door frames get bars in them this time. A really simple public toilet goes in the corner, and then 3 hard benches for the inmates. Speaking of inmates, here's 3 who have been running amok in my town. Any guesses on who the leader is? Now we can add the dividing wall, and seal off the cell with another locked door. Another barred window for the front, and more of those alternating profile bricks. This wall is for the second cell, which of course also gets a locked door. However, this cell is the high security area for those inmates that need to be held in isolation. In the actual jail, it appears to be a metal box within the cell itself. So to recreate that, I'll start with a base, and use these fence pieces for the small openings in the sides of the 2 cells. And then I'll put in this tough guy who has been causing a lot of problems. He just barely fits inside, but hey, it's not supposed to be comfortable, right? And then we can place the whole unit into the left cell. I guess they'll let that guy out occasionally to use the toilet in the corner. Let's add the last wall, and finish off the front with another set of bars, and some more bricks. Now this part was where I actually started designing this mock, and I'm pretty proud of the technique I came up with. You can see that the top of the actual building has some thinly stair-stepped white accents, which is a pretty small detail for this scale in LEGO. So I used this inverted tile and connected it to the top of the facade with some bars and arm pieces. Then I loosely stacked 3 1x2 panels together and attached the top one to the inverted tile and hinged the whole thing over. The middle panels are actually loose, but they're constrained by the subassembly. This allows us to get that fine detail that the jail has. And then the top uses some headlight bricks and tiles to add even more texture. I accidentally put this too far forward a stud, but I'll fix it here soon. Now we need to cover up all those arms showing on the inside. I'll raise the roof a little with a row of bricks underneath the plates, and add a small parapet wall. As you can see, it's now tall enough to cover all that mess inside. After I fix the top section here, we have a pretty good looking front facade detail that I think mimics the source material quite well. But we're not finished, because down below we need to add the stone wall that encompasses the jail. The original wall was topped with broken shards of glass, but I'll just use these black clip pieces so they'll match the iron gates out front. Some fence pieces go on either side, and these two are clipped together and attached to arm pieces so that the gate can hinge open and close. Next, I'll add some overgrown and dying vegetation, along with a few critters. I read the real jail had some fairly lax security, and the jailer was even gone much of the time. Unsurprisingly, that resulted in several escape attempts in the 20s and 30s, and actually it looks like there's one going on right now. This masked bad guy is climbing up a rope to the second floor to try and bust out his mates. He's got some dynamite in his rucksack, and a spare one down below. I'm pretty happy with how this mock turned out, with the lobby and living quarters down below, and the 2 jail cells upstairs. I think it's a faithful recreation of the original county jail, and I'm really happy with how the white detailing worked out up top. As I add the jail to the town, I'm starting to think that maybe a sheriff's office or police station might be needed here before too long. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time in Fred-Bricks-burg.